All right, how you doing today? Today we'll be taking a look at a new series in the UJam family here, the UFX Series. This is their first plugin in the series, Reverb, which leads me to believe that they'll have more. I have no inside information, but I'm assuming they'll eventually have like delays and maybe other stuff, I guess. This is not the first plugin they have for effects. They do have tons of other finisher plugins, and some of the finisher features are in this Reverb plugin as well, which makes it very unique. You get all kind of really cool sound design and not landscape, but soundscape, I guess. Sounds like just taking a guitar loop or something, or a drum loop, and you can really make some really cool stuff. I have a lot of audio demos on here. The video is kind of long. There'll be titles or chapters, I guess, markers to skip ahead if you need to. So you can check out different things if you want, or just watch the whole video. And there's a 30-day trial, so use the link down in the description below and check that out, and you'll get a 30-day trial. So anyways, let's just jump right into the video here. Let's go. All right, so here we are, the UJam UFX Reverb plugin. Really cool reverb plugin. You can get some really cool effects out of this as well. Let's go over the interface here. So UJam sent this to me pre-release, so I don't have a manual for it, but I just played around with a little bit, trying to figure it out. So basically over here, we got our dimension, time, size, pre-delay for the reverb. We got our input here. We got a ducking feature, got a freeze feature, and then we have our wet-dry mix feature here. How much reverb, how much of the dry signal. The ducking is one of my actually favorite features of this plugin. And then we can lock the mix wet dry signal as well. We got different modes over here. We got basic, room, hall, plate, spring, digital, 80s, warm, gated, and reverse. Then we got character, diffusion, dampening, modulation, and then we have our output. And then over here, we have the filter, and we got all these different settings here for filter, tilt, high cut, high boost, mid cut, low pass, reso, brick wall, band pass, high pass notch, and many more. Radio, telephone, megaphone tube, fuzz, amp, saturation, lo-fi, big crush, and some other ones here. So really cool. And then we have what UJam does in a lot of their plugins. I think most of them now, actually all of them, if not. And they have separate plugins called finishers that you can buy as well. And this is like all kind of really cool stuff going on over here. We got different presets for that, or not presets, but different finisher effects. And then we adjust them out here. And then we have a randomize button, which is pretty cool because we can say you have a preset like this preset here. I might have played with it a little bit, but whatever settings you create, you can say, okay, I want a little change to that. And you can hit the surprise button, or you could do a big change and do a bigger change of that. And there's an undo and redo, which is really cool as well. So we'll test that out later. Right now, I'm just going to go through, we'll play this on a bunch of different instruments. We'll get some really cool effects. We'll do it on some vocals as well. Let's just check it out. Let's see what's going on here. So right now, if I bypass it, oh, by the way, too, there's a thing here. You could instantly make it smaller. You could resize it this way as well. So that always comes in handy. I'll leave it big for the video since I'm recording it. But so right now I got this drum beat in here, and let's bypass it. The drum beat is just an Apple loop with some extra effects on it. It sounds like this by itself. Something like that. I'll just loop one bar. And then we'll throw the reverb on. We'll start messing with it. Let's turn it on. And by the way, that's an Apple loop. I also got the mix box here thrown on here. Some extra stuff just for fun. But anyways, let's play it. Turn the reverb on, sorry. So the ducking button is a really cool feature because when the drums or whatever signal you're sending through it hits, it's going to duck the reverb out of the way, different than the mix knob. So if I turn this ducking all the way down, you can get the reverb and the dry signal at the same time. turn the ducking up, you're going to get more of the drum sound, the attacks of the drums. Reverb goes under. And by the way, let's turn the gate off here too, so you just get a natural kind of reverb sound. We'll go through some presets here. So ambience, these are some basic reverb sounds. Echo gate, pretty cool. Then they have these creative ones here that starts to add in some of these finishers and filters and stuff. Try some of the drum presets. Now, of course, different drums you use this on. You could use it on a snare. This one's called Chill Collins. I'm guessing it's the gated reverb, yeah, from like the 80s. It doesn't sound like that necessarily on these drums. So let's explore some other sounds that we got going on here. We'll add in this acoustic guitar loop. Let's get the drums back to a... We'll put them dry for now. Turn off the reverb. Got this guitar thing here. Now the guitar sounds like this dry with the beat. Turn it on. So you could add some really cool character and just, you know, all kind of vibe to your tracks. You're just doing stuff like this, using the finisher, the filter, and the reverb, and the ducking. You get all these crazy kind of really cool things. Let's see what to put the beat on here. Let's put this back on. Turn it on, I guess. Put the right one on. Here we go. hours of fun coming up with stuff. Let's check out another guitar part here. What is this one? This is a... all right, let's go here to this atmospheres guitar. See what we got going on. Here's the dry signal. Put the reverb on. So you could get really crazy with this, just putting the mix up all the way. Let's try the surprise button here. As I was saying, we could change the amount. So let's say we like this sound here, what we got going on. Let's try this out. Tweak it a little bit by, let's try a small amount. So I send those ones jump there a little bit more here, 50%-ish. So pretty cool little extra button here. And of course there's an undo, so you can go back if you like something. So some really cool stuff. I mean, you could automate this as well and just have the stuff ever changing. Just that little guitar riff, and then, you know, all kind of things going on in the background with the reverb here. All right, let's just move on to another part of the song here, or new song. So we got this, we got a beat here. We'll bypass the beat for now. This little acoustic guitar part. So that's dry. Let's turn the reverb on. Just a reverb by itself without the effects. All kind of crazy fun. Let's see what else we got. So we got this guitar lick here. Let's try some verb on there. So you can completely change the sound of the guitar into it's like some atmospheric craziness. What else we got before we get to the vocals and try it out on other things? Let's see, we got this beat here. So here's the beat before the verb. All kind of fun on the drums and the keyboard here. So let's try just some normal, natural ambient sounds, reverbs without the effects to see what that can do. So let's do it on the organ here. All kinds of really cool stuff. All right, let's move on to some vocals. All right, so let's test this out on some vocals. We could just do some basic reverb here, and then we'll get creative and see what we can do crazy with it with the effects and everything. So right now we just have a basic hall in this lead vocal track, and I have the Xvox on here, just doing some compression and some EQ. I turned off the space, which is the reverb built in the effects. So that's what's going on with the vocal track here. We have this soloed, and we'll turn off the reverb for now so you can get before and after.
Head in the clouds.
It's very dry, as you can see. Let's just throw on here. This one here, actually just do a preset, and we'll start tweaking the preset.
Head in the clouds. Stars in your eyes. Who would have thought you'd blow their minds? And who would have knew about your well thought out rendezvous? Where we gonna meet? What we gonna do?
Get the size here.
Head in the clouds. Stars in your eyes. Who would have thought you'd blow their minds? And who would have knew about your well thought out rendezvous? Where we gonna meet? What we gonna do?
Dirty Spring. Let's see what that sounds like.
Head in the clouds. Stars in your eyes. Head in the clouds. Stars in your eyes. Who would have thought you'd blow their minds?
Warm.
Head in the clouds. Stars in your eyes. Who would have thought you'd blow their minds? And who would have knew about your well thought out rendezvous? Where we gonna meet?
So that's just some, let's see what the vocal presets are here.
Head in the clouds. Stars in your eyes. Who would have thought you'd blow their minds? And who would have knew about your well thought out rendezvous? Where we gonna meet? What we gonna do? Ooh, baby, this life is driving me crazy.
So there's some really cool effects on this one here too, because they added the filter in and then the finisher, and so you could get pretty crazy with this. Now in the mix, that's going to sound like this, and they got the high ducking on here, so it's ducking out the reverb when the lead vocal is actually singing.
Head in the clouds, stars in your eyes.
That doesn't necessarily work in this situation. But the surprise button here is pretty cool too, because you can have an amount of small and big And I noticed you gotta have the track playing when to use this. For some reason, if I just hit it now, nothing changes. But when it's in play, it will change. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's just something, I don't know. But anyways, let's check that out. So we got this standard, or not the standard, preset here.
Head in the clouds.
And you see when I hit surprise, these parameters change just a little bit because I have this on small amount.
Head in the clouds. Stars.
And I can go back and I can go forward. So if you like the one before or after, so on and so forth. Now I want a big change. We'll do 52%.
Head in the clouds. Stars in your eyes.
Even bigger, 100%.
Head in the clouds. Stars in your eyes. Who would have thought you'd blow their minds?
So there's some really cool, you're playing around with something, and you just want to experiment with some different random sounds. You could try that out as well. And we have different modes of the reverb, of course, reverse.
Head in the clouds. Stars in your eyes. Who would have thought you'd blow their minds? And who would have knew about your well thought out rendezvous? Where we gonna meet? What we gonna do? Ooh, ooh, baby, this life is driving me crazy. What's this in my head? Thinking about what you said. Magic moments happen all the time. Who are we to be denied? Ooh, ooh, baby, this life is driving me crazy.
So we got some pretty cool effects in here too, delays and choppers, and let's see what this one does. We could go up here and maybe some filter distortion.
Head in the clouds, stars in your eyes. Who would have thought you'd blow their mind?
Almost like a doubler. Put the duck up a lot. The ducking.
Head in the clouds, stars in your eyes. Who would have thought you'd blow their minds? And who would have knew about your well thought out rendezvous? Where we gonna meet?
So pretty cool. You get crazy with it. Really cool plugin. Really cool amount of stuff you can do with it, as you heard. Yeah, I can't really say much else about it. Check it out. It's a 30-day free trial. No brainer, I guess. Let me know if you tried it out. Put it in the comments below. Let me know. So that is all for now, and I will talk to you soon.